Maybe you're live.
We are live. Sounds quiet. Good morning, all. I know we're 45 minutes late, but we'll try to get through this. I'm Supervisor Merlino. I'm Vice Chair of the OCTAX. Dennis is out this day. I got a call this morning for me to sit in for him. So what we're going to do, and I'm all in favor of all the people sitting here. I just want you to know that I said it last week that we should start. This is what we used to do years ago, speak to people about why they wanted the money, what they wanted to do with the money, and how we can help them, instead of just always filling out forms and we're looking at forms and we're not looking at faces. So I'm really happy everybody's here. So what we'll do, I'm going to have Lisa start, call up whoever we're starting with number one. Please go up to the podium and state your name and who you're representing so we can get that all recorded. And we're hoping to give you all about 5 minutes. So we have 16, so you multiply that out. We'll be here for a little while. So if you need more time, we'll give it to you. So, but I appreciate you all be respectful and try to get your point across to why you want money. All right. So Lisa, who's first?
Okay, so we'll do the city of Glens Falls first. There's 4 applications. The first is the Adirondack Theater Festival, and we have that's the video. So the applicant wasn't able to be with us today, but she sent us a short video.
So we just have a video. Okay.
Good morning. My name is Miriam, and I'm the producing artistic director of the Adirondack Theater Festival and the Adirondack Film Festival. Thank you for the chance to speak by video. Because of the February break, I'm currently on the road with the little one, so I appreciate it. The economic impact of the Adirondack Theater Festival is well documented. Americans for the Arts did a study on the non-ticket tourist expenditures of visitors to our region, and it estimated it at $36.39 per person. Given last year's 5,000 visitors to ATF and AFF, that puts our non-ticket tourist expenditures at around $181,000 last year. That is after COVID knocked us on our heels. As I know this group is aware, the COVID-19 pandemic had a devastating impact on the U.S. arts and culture sector. We shed 500,000 jobs, 30% of which were in motion pictures and the performing arts. But we are coming back. Between 2021 and 2022, ATF's attendance grew by 25%. Our recovery strategy is working. We are now leveraging the proven expertise of our marketing partners at Proctor's Collaborative to take our digital marketing strategy to the next level and penetrate deeper into the Capital Region and Hudson Valley markets. We are also leveraging radio partnerships to extend that penetration into Western Massachusetts and Vermont. And here at home, we are free samples to local festivals and venues via our new Performing Apprentice program, which sees young performers sharing songs from our musicals and demonstrating the unique entertainment value of ATF. It is truly unique. Last year, the Troy record on the Serotonin placed ATF among the top 5 performances of 2022, alongside giants like Proctor's and Barrington Stage. ATF consistently punches above weight to take our national profile to the next level. Last year, we launched the new musical Mystic Pizza, which has now been picked up by the largest licensing company in the nation. We are now preparing for the pre-Broadway launch of the new musical Pump Up the Volume, based on the 1990 Christian Slater film. At the film festival, we helped to launch work by Academy Award nominee David Strathairn, Academy Award winner Wes Studi, and Grammy winner Blondie. We are coming back. We are hoping to make the country take notice of the Lake George region as a unique entertainment and tourist destination. We are recovering. We will get back to our pre-COVID numbers and beyond. And that impact will be multiplied so remarkably once we have the county support behind us. Thank you so much for your consideration.
All right, we can't have any questions asked, but the one thing I have to ask, I missed opening the meeting. I need a motion to approve February 9th talk tax meeting. Mr.
Put the motion
Lyman,
forward.
okay, Ms. Runyon, you second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, so I already made the opening statement, so we'll go back to the privilege for who's, what are we gonna do with this one, Lise? It doesn't show how many rooms they think they might take. We did previously give them money. Do you know how much we gave them?
I think their application said it was nowhere near, okay, I did make some notes. 2015, $5,500, 2017, $10,000.
That was last, is 2017.
The draw is mostly local and summer tourists. It's also supported by the city of Glens Falls and the town of Queensbury. I don't know if they've given them any money. There was no overnight information in the application. So.
Well, what was this committee like to do? I mean, I had Mr. Diamond.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to make a motion to award the request of $30,000 to this event.
Second by Ms. Runyon. Any other questions? All
You
in
know how
favor?
much is the other entities are given? You know,
No, we don't find that out.
and how much money total do we have to give out today?
Well,
I got it here. You say it.
I budgeted 750,000. We've already given out 571,000. And we have basically 180,000 approximately.
So we have 180.
750.
Hmm.
However, we're going to need to move some money from the reserve for some other things. So it's up to the committee if they want to move money from the reserve.
How much do we have left in the reserve? Because there's, when I'm reading 327,600 in requests.
That's
Right.
right.
Okay, and how much do we have to give?
It
One.
depends. We have 180,000 left in my budget,
Or
but we
80,000?
can move money from the reserve for the balance. If you
Okay.
want.
All right, thanks.
All right, Kev. So I mean, like, we're short money now. If we gave out all the money on this receipt, it's 327,000. So we're short about 180,000 if we do everything.
147.
Yeah, I have 150. Okay.
We round.
All right, Kevin, any other questions? I mean, I wish they were here that we can ask them questions like, did they get any money from the city or Queensbury? Okay. Administrator says we got money. All right, so we got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that's passed. We'll give them, they're gonna get 30,000. All right,
Okay, we have two applications from the Glens Falls Collaborative. First is Chris Kindlemont.
Thank you so much for taking the time to look at our application. We are applying for Chris Kindle Market for this year. We have about 6,000 attendees annually. Occupancy at the Queensbury, Bell House Inn, Fairfield Inn and Suites. About 40 vendors, completely volunteer based.
all right. So you're asking for 25. That's the same as last year,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Okay. And I think that was a good event. I know I attended it myself.
Off season.
We want to keep moving it in Glens
Nice
Falls.
motion.
Kevin, you made the motion.
Yep.
Ms. Runyon, you made second. Any questions from the board? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same as you had last year,
Yep,
25.
25. Okay, what's?
All right, the second one, third one.
Okay, will you be speaking for Wing Fest as well?
Wow, no. Thank you so much for that.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking our time today to discuss Wingfest and the funding for that. The Glens Falls Collaborative is proud once again to host this opening event of the season. As far as this has been a 7-year event with a hiatus in 20 and 21 due to the pandemic. So as far as coming back in 2022, before that, we had originally seen about 1,500 people flooding the streets of Glens Falls. And in 2022, we saw over 3,000. We expect this event to grow even further by encompassing people and citizens from the Lake George area. And overall, would like your help with our requests to help make this event grow and help accommodate to the guests. So when they do come out, they have a pleasant experience. They are able to experience the culinary skills of our local businesses and entertainment that is from around the region. And overall, as they stay throughout the day, they will hopefully stay overnight as well. As far as we do have numbers from the Queensberry Hotel and the Bell House, and that said that people were attending Wingfest and had stayed the night there. As far as this year, we look forward to doing that. And if there's anything else that we can provide to you to continue this growing relationship, we would love to do so.
The only question I have, you're doing April 29th. I think that's a great time. Town like Glens Falls needs something at that time of year. And so any other?
I just wanted to add that we had our first annual, wing eating contest, hot wing eating contest. And that winner went to the Buffalo, in the city of Buffalo, their wing eating contest and won, or came in third place. Third place.
That sounds.
So we're trying to let people in the state know who we are and make this a bigger event.
Okay, so they're looking for 10,000. Do I get a motion on that? Mr. Diamond, Mr. Kent, Mr. Runyon, I can only record it. Ms. Runyon. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, passed.
Thank you.
All right, last one is Larac.
Mr. Mild Christie.
Is there anyone here from there?
That says new.
Yeah, we haven't funded them.
We haven't funded them at all. You know what they want to do with it? Doesn't say much here.
They've been funded by the city of Glens Falls for 10+ years, in the range of 3,000 to 5,000. They have limited marketing, mostly local ads. They estimate 15,000 attendings, 4,500 overnights. They've highlighted about $7,200 in marketing on their application. They've been in existence for 52 years.
Just 52 years, that's all.
That's
Any, well, Mr. McGowan, hold on a second. I want to make sure that the committee comment. Okay, Mr. McGowan.
Yeah, not speaking for Lyrac, but I did, I happened to have gotten the Glens Falls Business Journal, and I see that Lyrac, where it says new here, they're looking at doing another Lyrac, pointing more for a younger crowd.
So that,
that could be a possibility there, so.
all right. Well, we're working on this one right now. Anybody want to make a motion?
Yeah. I'll put the motion forward.
The Diamond,
Second, they're not.
Mr. Garrity seconds it. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 11,000.
Keep them track.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Next is the Sandrick from Town of Holton.
Hello. I made a presentation at the last occupancy tax meeting in December, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. We submitted an application to sponsor our summer festival for some of our artist fees. I do want to be transparent. We have since then received support also from the town of Bolton. in addition. But the Sembrick is an invaluable part of our Bolton Landing community and Warren County in general. This in the coming 2 years, we're partnering with Empire State Development through the state of New York and NIPSCA to increase cultural tourism to the capital region in general. So we are becoming a more vital part of our arts community and our tourist community here in Warren County.
All right, I see it's June 1st. It's going to be all summer, basically,
Yes,
June
right.
1st
Yep.
to the
23
September.
events over the entire summer.
Let's see.
Any comments, Kevin?
I
Make
think
a
it's
motion.
good. It's a cultural.
Yep.
And the more culture we all get, the better off we are.
We'll get a lot of culture. All right.
I'll second that.
Got a second, Mr. Diamond? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll do the town and village of Lake George, and our first presenter is the craft producer, and he's joined us on Zoom. Morning, Tim.
Got it. I'm here. Hello, my name is Tim Cianciola, and I am the owner of Craft Producers. And we've been doing an event in Lake George for a couple of years now. This will be our 3rd year. And I would like to thank you all for the support you have given us in the past. And I do look forward to working with you in the future. This year, we're only doing one event, and that'll be the Lake George Art and Craft Festival. And it is this year, July 28th to the 30th. This is the 3rd year for the event, and I think everybody there can understand that does events. The 3rd year is kind of a critical year. We had a great year the first year, got off to a great start, had a tremendous turnout. Last year, it was like really, really hot. We didn't have a particularly great event. So we're really focused this year on refocusing and, getting the event moving back in the right direction. A bad second year really is not uncommon for events. I've done a lot of them, and that's kind of a pattern. But we really want to continue working on the show. It really is our goal for it to become a destination event like the events I do in Stowe, Vermont, and Manchester, Vermont. The type of event that people do plan their vacations around. And we are making progress on that. We were able to do a survey last year. We did survey about 100 people. Not surprisingly, the attendees were heavily skewed to New York City, Long Island. Of the 100 people we surveyed, 39 were there specifically for coming to our event. And they responded, many of them, that it was their first time in Lake George. The reason they were there is they responded to our advertising. We spent about $25,000 last year on ads. We advertised to Utica, over into Western Vermont, Eastern Vermont, Massachusetts. We went as far north as Lake Placid and Albany and down south around there. So, in addition to the people there for the event, we have 125 to 150 people who are the exhibitors at the event, the staff, their families. They all stay locally in the Lake George area in the hotels and stuff. So, we do know that our event is drawing people to the village, and hopefully we will draw more people. The other thing to keep in mind is that our event is a very family-friendly event, and its theme is very, very in line with what Lake George is known for. I think we add vibrancy to the village. It is a family-friendly event. We have free, kids are in free. We have kids' activities. We have live music, entertainment, different things like that. So, I think we add a lot to the village for people there that weekend. That's really all I have to say. I would like to thank you again for the support in the past, and I'm open to any questions.
Kim, where do you hold it? Is it at Shepherd's Park or at Wood Park or?
The Charles R. Wood, the event commons.
Yeah, Commons. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, any other questions? They're asking for 5,000, 2,000 more than last year. Sounds like a big event, family style. Kevin moves it. Ms. Runyon, you second it. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you very much.
Okay, the second is Alpha Win. Is Tommy here?
How are you?
Hi, Tom.
Hello, my name is Tommy Struzeri. I'm with the Lake George Triathlon. Alpha Win is our company. We produce triathlons all over the country. Thanks again for your time. I know there's a lot going on here, so I appreciate the time. I am a local to Saugerties, New York, but I spend my summers here in Bolton Landing. We have a house on Green Island. My sister runs a restaurant, Sunrise Cafe in Bolton, so I am a little bit of a local here. The Lake George Triathlon last year is a growing event. Last year, we had 800 people registered, with 625 actually participating in the event because they register prior to the event. We held a triathlon camp before the race in August. Last year we added a run through the village, which really seemed to bring people just to love this event and make it more similar to that of the Lake Placid Ironman event and big triathlons like that. We surveyed the registrants and we took all their data when they register. 35% of registrants were from out of state, 20 other states. The 78% came with family or friends with the average party size of 3.3. And 91.5% or so stayed at least one night in a hotel, rental, or campground. The average stay was 2.67 nights. And applying the above statistics, we estimate an overall economic impact of over 800,000. The 2023 event is scheduled for September 1 to 3. We're continuing the popular run course through town and starting the swim at $1 Million Beach, which seemed to participants really like that. And it seems like a positive reviews from last year. We're working with the chamber and the CVB to connect participants with local amenities and hospitality options for them. We do a pre-event party on the Lake George Steamboat Company. This year we added a duathlon, a run, bike, run portion for those who aren't a swimmer, may be injured. So we hope to gain some participants for that. We protect 1,200 participants and 4,000 total attendees, applying the average party size of 3.3. We expect the collegiate conference to come back. We have a Northeastern Collegiate Triathlon Conference that comes every year. They bring a couple hundred athletes. This is our 15th year running the event, so it's a big year for us. We run events all over the country. So the growth I expect this year is based upon the other events we run all over the country. The 2020 was, obviously we didn't run events, right? 2021 was a slow rebound, and it wasn't as big as 2019. 2022 was a little bit bigger, and now 2023 is actually my current year is actually up almost 100% from last year, at least through the current date of February. So I expect it to be a big event this year. So again, thank you for your time, and hope you can consider this.
Well, what's the just quickly why you doubled it from 15,000 to 30?
Yeah, so last year we spent out 25,000 on advertisement, and we got 10 from the town, and then 15 from you guys. And then we also spent 25,000 just in direct costs to local vendors and stuff like that, and that's gone significantly up. And so that's why it's gone up, just more participants, and the cost of local vendors and stuff like that. So we got, and I will tell you that I did get 15,000 from the town.
Okay, thank you. Anybody got any questions from the committee? Do I have a motion? Ms. Runyon, Mr. Diamond is the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Good luck on your
I
event
appreciate it.
this year.
Dave Eman. Improv Records has asked for money for two events. One is the Memorial Meltdown, which is Memorial Day weekend. And the other is Adirondack Independence Festival, which is September 1st to September 3rd.
The same triathlon.
Pardon me?
the same dates,
Mhm.
no different dates.
You're right. So Dave does a really good job.
Yeah.
Um,
No, the mayor, I'll make a motion to, because
Yeah, because they double, they added 15,000 on also, so, all right,
he does one of the best jobs up there.
all right. You got a motion, got a second?
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Diamond,
is that for both events, 35 and 45 or?
well, we're
which?
doing one first.
Okay, so 35 for Memorial
Mhm.
Meltdown. Okay, and the second is Adirondack Independence.
Right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, opposed? Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Okay, the second is Adirondack Independence Festival, September 1 to September 3rd. He has about 5,000 plus attendees. He's in his 8th year, has about 4,500 room nights. And again, he does a very good job.
Question from the committee? Can I get a motion? The Diamond? I need a second, Ms. Runyon? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're passed.
Space the music in a different way so the people up the lake don't complain. I read the paper.
Okay, Lake George Dinner Theater.
Mhm. It's another culture event.
Anybody here from the lakes? Oh, I'm sorry, you got up there. I'm sorry.
I'm here. I'm short, but I'm here. My name's Sharon Reynolds. I'm with the Lake George Dinner Theater and I have.
Is that all you are, Sharon?
Yeah, I
How
know.
many years we know each other?
I was going to tell you the whole history of our 55 years, but there's not enough time. So I would just like to say also thank you for the opportunity to speak today. We've been around for a while. Like I said, we started at the Fort William Henry back in the 60s, moved to the Holiday Inn in Lake George in 1976, and became the first professional company in the area in 1978. So lots of things have happened. We're not for profit now too. So that's why we're here asking for some funding to help us keep going another 55 years. I will say that for a couple of years, we were back at the Holiday Inn last year. We had a little bit of a shorter season than usual, but we did one show. We got through it. And we had almost 4,000 people attend. So we're looking forward to this year because we're expanding a little bit and we're adding three more weeks to our season. And we're starting off with a show called Sheer Madness, which you may or may not have heard of, but Sheer Madness started in Lake George in 1978. And it since went all over the world, all over the country, and became actually in Boston, the longest running play in American theater history. So we are thrilled to be able to bring it back this year. We've been wanting to do it for 2 or 3 years, but because of the cost of it, we kind of set it on the back burner and waited until we knew we could really produce a wonderful show and get a lot of people coming to it. So that's our goal for that show. And we're already taking groups coming in. I sent out mailing 3 weeks ago, and we've got 17 bus tours and local groups coming into it. So it's looking good.
Kevin, you want to make that motion?
Yeah.
Will I get a second? Mr. Diamond? Any questions? All in favor? Good luck, Sharon.
You're out of there.
You had him at hello.
Hey, you got to remember, I'm only vice chairman, but I like to move things along. So, okay.
Okay, the next is Lake George J/boat racing is Al Merchant here.
One year.
That's not,
This is a May 17th to May 21st event. It's pretty small. They don't do very much, very limited advertising. And their budget is $27,000. They have possibly 12,500 entry fees. and is looking for 13.5 from us.
And this is a new event for us,
It's
right?
new event, but it's been, apparently they have these regattas at different locations. They've been in business 41 years. They estimate 365 to 500 attending, which are basically the voting people.
Okay. How's the committee feel about this one? Anybody?
Well, I mean, everybody has to put forth all their expenses. So if they don't spend the money, they won't get the money. So a new event, we ought to give it a shot. I would say I'll make a motion to approve it. It does seem like a lot of money for one day event, but if we want to get the new events in, and it is early May, so I'll make a motion. We give them the 13.5.
I'll second it.
Okay. Mr. McGowan?
Yes, thank you. I know I don't sit, but being a sailor, the J-24 regattas are they're big, and these a lot of these boats are able to, they're not too big, they'll be trailered in. So I have a good feeling on this national championship regatta, and racing. I was in the Rainbow, and I've also raced on the J-24s, but the J-24s are really awesome boat, and a lot of people that own them, this is what they do is the regatta. So this is very interesting.
Thank you. All right, so we got a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
All right.
Okay, Alex Lombard is here from the Lake George Music Festival.
Hi, everyone. Alexander Lombard, Lake George Music Festival. Hi. This is Lake George's classical music festival, and I just wanted to highlight three important, highlights from our application that I just want to make note of. Number one is our new venue. So if you haven't seen the Carriage House and what's happening over in the Fort William Henry property, you should definitely check it out. It's going to be truly spectacular. Not only a grand wedding venue, but Lake George now has their own indoor performance space. So to supplement what Shepherd Park has in the festival space, but now we can do anything we want to do indoors, like chamber music, orchestra, opera, jazz, comedy. And the benefits of it being privately owned are substantial. The fort has been pretty fantastic to work with. Number two is our audience. So we're focused on bringing cultural tourists to Lake George for this classical music festival. So to supplement what the Hyde is doing and the Sembrick, to have a 2-week classical music festival of top performers from around the world. This is a great draw for cultural tourism, and to have a venue that they can call home is one of our main focuses. To market to this audience, number three, we're no longer doing these shotgun approaches and kind of taking media away from local media and focusing on the big international scene. So big magazines like Chamber Music America and Symphony Magazine, the BBC. So these avenues are where cultural tourists focus and listen to, and it comes at a huge price tag though. So that's why this year we've increased our marketing budget just for this festival to $80,000. That's money we're spending outside the region to focus on this one specific niche audience that's cultural tourists. Does anybody have any questions on what we're doing?
Kevin, you make the motion.
Yep, I'll make a motion.
So, thank you, everyone.
Second it.
And good luck.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Passed.
Okay, George, you're up.
Where are we?
Great Upstate Boat Show.
I got some handouts if you guys will take it. How you doing, everybody? My name is George Normandin. This is Joel Holden. He's the executive director of Eastern New York Marine Trades Association. In short, we're the organization that we're one of 7 across the state that represents the marine industry. Our chapter, particularly the Eastern New York Marine Trades, represents districts 19, 20, and 21, largely centered around Warren County, which represents $862 million of marine activity in terms of sales, rentals. All of our friends here in Warren County, the 25 dealers, the rental businesses, we represent them. One of our products, you'll see 2 documents here. One is the macro, one is the micro. The macro is the big picture of what the organization represents and some of the staggering statistics that are organization helps facilitate in terms of boating safety, boating sales, rentals. And it also includes safety on the waterways, boating education. We have a partnership with BOSI's for the Marine Tech Program for aiding techs and people obviously in the trades to move them through the program at BOSI's. We actually created a program for that 2 years ago. But we're here today to talk about the Great Upstate Boat Show, which has been on pause since 2020 due to COVID reasons. The show in 2019 has been going for 15 years. And it's important for me to note, it's been a fully sufficient organization. This is the first time that this organization is asking for funding to this board. And the reason is they've received no COVID relief funding. And with 3 years off in the boat show, we went from little old boat show in Queensbury, New York to the most well-known boat show in New York and New England. And now we're internationally known, where our dealers are down at the New York City boat show. They're in Miami, and people are talking about coming here for this show. The reason being is it's at the Dome. It's very approachable. We were able to cram a lot of boats in there, and we do a big business. In 2019, we did $7.5 million, 85% of which the boats were registered in Warren County. So that's about just under $6.5 million in boats in 3 days that get register in Warren County. So that's, Glen Lake, Lake George, not just Lake George, but it's all throughout the little, the area lakes and things like that. We're asking for funding because we've been off for 3 years. And things have changed. We're going to have the interest rates are a little up. We have to work a little bit harder to garner these people. Just to give an idea of our marketing program, we pull from over 336 zip codes. Was our last one in 2019. I have proof of that. I can supply that if anybody needs it. We track everything from ticket sales, online ticket sales, right through when they show up, when the boat's sold, where they're registered. We have all that data available for you at the completion of the show. We're asking for the funding for marketing purposes. And full transparency, we're not asking the board here for full amount. The gap funding that we're asking for, this is one time from this county. We're asking for $25,000. We're also asking for $25,000 from Queensbury to bridge the gap. The reason being not just marketing, but the operational expenses to put on the show are exorbitant. The cost of the renting the facility have gone up. Labor to move in and out, and to pay people to actually put on this show and to be able to do it. Again, this organization has never received public funding from the county. Just from the town of Queensbury, we've received a little bit in the past. Hopefully you guys have been to the show before. And this is the first time that I've been working on the show since 2012. It's important to note this. We have grown by $1 million every year. This show has since 2012 in sales without increasing the budget once in marketing. We've gotten more creative. We got more leverage. We've been able to do this pretty self-sufficiently. And this is just a kind of a weird time because of COVID and the 3 years off that we could really use to help to basically put us back to where we need to be. And then you won't see us again for next year. This is a one-time thing.
No, it's a perfect time. The end of the last day of March and first couple of days of April, perfect time for this. I was waiting for you to say where you were going to have it, but you said the Dome. So that's great.
Yes. Yep.
Because we're going to get some snow in March, believe me.
Yeah. Please.
All right. Do I have a motion, Kevin?
Yes.
Mr. Runyon, you second it. Any questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Thank you very much for your time and support. Appreciate you.
Hey, Diane, you're up. With the barbershop. Right.
So you guys, just so you know, are very intimidating. And it's good to see you back live and not on Zoom. So I'm Diane Brooks. I'm with the Barbershop Harmony Society. Won't take up a lot of your time because you've got the application. But last year was our first year asking for assistance from Warren County and Queensbury. And it was great. The venue was incredible. If you have not had anything at Queensbury High School, I thoroughly suggest and recommend you do that. It's really great. Queensbury, I know Lake George is the summer place to be and so on. But I like Queensbury. I like the venue. I like what's surrounding it, the churches, the restaurants, everything is at your fingertips. And last year's convention that we had for a cappella singing, by the way. If anybody likes to sing, it's very healthy. Was really terrific and come back, do it again. I've kind of had some of the, I guess, eggs all dropped in the right basket at the right time. And I was able to get a quartet from Sweden to come over. So that, as far as I'm concerned, is a huge draw just in itself, because from Sweden, they don't get here very often. Very few. So that I think is huge feather in our cap, and to put Queensbury on the map again, to be able to draw more people in. And I'm chomping at the bit to start marketing, because I can market not only our area, which is Canadian, the Canadian border up above, New England states, New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut down, but also I just found out that there in the Mid-Atlantic district, there was, which is below New York City and surrounding New York, they had a problem with their dates, so they had to change their dates. And not all competing quartets could make that new date. So we've got some of the top international, top 5, top 3. I got even the top 2 coming up here to compete also. So the Saturday night show is huge. Not that I'm excited about it, but I can't wait. And to see Ringmasters again live and in person, but also reaching out to the schools, to the music teachers, the educators, and bring this talent to the schools and have them work with the music students. I have reached out where I probably shouldn't have already, because without funds, we're nonprofit, we don't get paid, all of this. So you know that story. But without your help, I can't do it. But I did reach out to some of the schools and I've got them involved. So I'm thoroughly excited for a whole weekend where they will come and work.
All right.
Yeah.
Any
So-
questions from the committee? All right. Anybody want to make a motion? Ms. Runyon, Mr. Diamond, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You did it really good.
Don't be intimidated. It's great.
I guess to say that was.
Will you come back next year and tell me that too?
I will,
absolutely. Okay.
All right. Who's next? Who's next, please?
Okay.
South Queensbury.
The South Queensbury Fire Company. I don't know. Chris, Martin, I believe is here. He was looking for a reimbursement for Adirondack Balloon Festival.
5,000.
Yeah, expenses. Basically, I reached out to him and asked him kind of what this was a while ago. This was back in October. Asked him what he was looking for. He said, since the airport falls within our fire district boundary, it's our obligation to provide protection due to the size of the event. This would be the Hot Air Balloon Festival and the need for mass gathering permits. Our presence is necessary to ensure safety of all festival goers, is met along with other public safety entities and fire companies that we bring in under the statewide mutual aid plan.
Right.
So again,
We did. Yeah, I know.
was looking for some reimbursement for his staff. That
Mr. Diamond, you got a question?
I do.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Didn't we include money in the budget for this 223 budget?
not my budget.
No, but I mean,
General fund?
DPW, didn't
I
we?
don't know. I don't know what.
I thought we had that.
We had
discussion
added
earlier.
money because we were trying to get away from the donations that we collect.
I mean,
I
know what
don't
the
remember how much we
DPW
added,
budget,
but
So. You know, if it's in there.
but we should be augmenting these volunteer organizations anyways.
right, I think.
I mean,
We did with the ARPA money.
huh?
We did with some of the ARPA.
We did with some of the effort, but I mean, if they're expending that much money on fuel and food and for a couple day event, because I put the one on out in Warrensburg for 60 years. This would be our 60th year up there. And we don't, I mean, not that we,
No, I'm not opposed to it, but
I am not
the
either.
question
I
I
mean,
had was if we
but
included.
we
that-
should be, if the nonprofits are there spending all their time, we should be. I mean, I would do this. I have no problem doing it. But I thought that we were doing it anyways.
Through the general fund budget.
Yeah.
I don't
So
remember.
I'll make a motion that we approve the 5,000 for this, for the organization, and maybe that we got to consider in the future for the other EMS organizations that are there too,
All right.
EMS and fire.
Mr. Diamond, you second it?
Yes.
All right. Any other questions?
No.
And we'll make sure we let them know about that. We gotta find out.
Obviously,
All right, all in favor?
they'll put back, they'll give us the bills
It's
too.
passed.
So,
They have to give the receipt. So,
And there's one last one now.
yeah, the last one is for the town of Warrensburg Hickory Legacy Foundation. And this is to boost the marketing efforts.
This is a new event.
Just as much.
And then
Hi,
What
everyone.
events are they-
Thank you so much for your time today. My name is Clint Braidwood. I am the president of the Hickory Legacy Foundation. I'm with Paul Connolly also and Sue Katana from the Hickory Legacy Foundation. I'm going to make it very quick. Just wanted to give you a little idea of the history of Hickory. And we opened in 1946. And since then, we've been open quite a bit, but in the last 20 years, it's been tough. We've been off and on with being closed and open. We shut down in 2016. Part of the way to become viable, we started the Hickory Legacy Foundation to help Hickory Hill. We are a nonprofit organization. We focus on the historic preservation with the youth outdoor environmental education and having an all-season recreation facility. The mission of the foundation is 3 points: to preserve and protect the ecosystem of the Three Sisters Range, which is right around Hickory Hill, to promote the Hickory's recreational access and historical value, and to support the programs that encourage active outdoor lifestyle, environmental education.
Thank you. My name is Paul Connolly, with Hickory as well. For the last 2 years, the foundation has focused mostly on infrastructure upgrades. Like Clint said, the ski center had been around since the 1940s. So in the past couple years, we've been working to upgrade those spaces to get them ready for visitors. A couple things that we've done are a new lounge and event area that's in the upstairs of the lodge. That's ready to schedule events for corporate events, retreats, weddings, parties, any type of gathering, stuff like that. We did that with community support of $26,000 that was given to us from businesses and residents. The second thing that we accomplished recently is a $20,000 was raised through community donations to light the hill. That allows us to light the lower part of the mountain for after school skiing, ski clubs, like student ski programs, stuff like that. And it also provides lighting for a public sledding hill that we have set up. We also opened a restaurant in the lower part of the lodge. It'll function as the main restaurant during the ski season, and we will open it as needed during some of the special events that we have scheduled there. We were able to make a connection for the Thurman Snowmobile Club came and opened a connector trail that for snowmobilers that is on the Hickory property, and it connects southern Warren County to northern Warren County. And we're hoping that will help bring in snowmobilers from around the region and make Hickory a kind of a rest stop where, they could stop at the restaurant, things like that. Another thing that was accomplished recently was the creation of new hiking trails. That will allow for access not only to the Hickory Hill Mountain, but the 3 peaks of the surrounding Three Sisters Range. And the reason that that's important is that Hickory has always been known as a ski hill, but what we're trying to accomplish is to begin to market Hickory as a 4-season event location, a place for summer recreation, such as hiking, a place for the hiking trails will also open up in the winter, other winter activities such as snowshoeing and backcountry skiing. We've had a lot of community support so far. We did some advertising sales where we put some local business logos and stuff around the mountain on our website. We raised $8,000 that way. But what we're asking for today is $10,000 to begin to market Hickory as a 4-season location, a destination in Southern Warren County. We feel like there's an important need for that. And not only that, but to welcome back the hundreds, or if not thousands of skiers that have been coming there since, for decades that haven't been able to recently. So that's basically it. The funds that we're asking for would help to begin to promote those things. We'll have a bunch of events scheduled throughout the year. And we'll have the recreation opportunities available 24/7 for people to come in. But last year we had a couple small events where we had bands and food, and we got a few hundred people at each event. But part of the challenge was getting the word out, and so we'll continue to keep doing what we're doing. The marketing is what generally suffers when you're a not-for-profit, and you might not have the funds. So we would use that. We would use the funds to actively promote Hickory around the Northeast, the greater capital region, and of course here in Warren County, with outdoor advertising, magazine ads, Google search, things like that. And we would certainly incorporate the Visit Lake George area logo.
All right, thank you. Oh, you're not done. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just quickly. Yeah, I was just to recap the. Oh, sorry.
Keep it too long, we might say no. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it in a nutshell.
All right, thank you very much. Anybody want to make a motion on that?
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Garrity and Mr. Diamond second. Any questions? All in favor?
I wish them all the luck.
You've got it. Thank you. Wish you a lot of luck on this. Let's go on. All right. Well, we just spent $327,600. We only had 180,000. We're going to need a motion from this committee to take 150,000 out of the surplus funds to cover everything that we just did.
I have some other requests as well.
Uh-oh. I didn't see that.
No, this is all for the same. So move money out of the reserve into my budget. Lake George Radio was not in the budget. The Lake George TV was approved after the budget was put into place. We gave $45,000 more in the spending plan, and we recently did $250,000 for Heritage Hall.
Yep.
So I'm asking that you move
That's the 750? Okay.
$750,000
Now,
reserve into. Yeah.
all right, before we go ahead, but is
I'll
that,
make a motion.
wait, hold on, is that
No, that's
including the
included, right?
180 or is 180 separate?
Includes what we gave today.
I'll make that motion.
All right. That was quick. That's good. So now everybody's covered.
Everybody's covered.
I have a
All
good
right.
fight meeting.
Well, we wish you all a lot of luck and get a lot of people in our county, and we'll hope that we get some snow tonight and keep some of these mountains going, and
Yeah.
so I thank everybody coming. It's been a great meeting. Oh, I need a vote on that motion. Kev, all right, everybody vote on it. Yes?
Yes.
No, okay, so that's all settled.
All set.
All right. So thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. And we're a little late for tourism, but we have a short agenda. So we'll take a 5-minute break. Motion to adjourn, Kev,
Yes.
Kevin.
Thank you guys.